United Kingdom markets have reacted positively to Liz Truss's policy U-turns. The interest rate on government bonds fell as the markets opened a while ago. What this means is that UK's cost of borrowing has come down and that there is now significantly more confidence in Truss's economic plans. Meanwhile, UK Chancellor Jeremy Hunt is expected to make a snap fiscal announcement later in the day. Hunt will deliver parts of his mid-term fiscal plan and highlight how he will pay for Liz Truss's mini-budget. The Chancellor's address is aimed at reassuring investors and calming the markets. Hunt spent a good part of the weekend huddling with Prime Minister Liz Truss. The two worked out a plan on how much more the initial mini-budget will have to be scrapped to restore stability to UK's finances. He also discussed his plans with the Governor of the Bank of England and the head of the Debt Management Office. Hunt will deliver his full fiscal plan on the 31st of October. Jeremy Hunt took over the Treasury on Friday and has since been outlining a radically different fiscal approach from Truss and his predecessor Kwasi Kwarteng. Over the weekend, Hunt warned that he might raise taxes and cut spending to avoid further increase in the UK's borrowing costs. The announcement comes as analysts are closely watching how the financial markets will react to Prime Minister Truss's latest policy U-turns. On Friday, Truss sacked Kwasi Kwarteng as Chancellor after the uproar against the impact of her policies on the British economy. Many reports from the United Kingdom indicate a growing discontent among Tory members against the Prime Minister. At least 3 members of Parliament have openly called for Truss to step down, while many reportedly said they will write to the 1922 committee chair Graham Brady, urging him to change the rules and hold a vote of confidence against Truss. And for more on this, we are now being joined by our correspondent Alex Izat from London. Hi, Alex. All eyes were on the markets today, and it was a real test for Jeremy Hunt and Liz Truss. How did the markets trade today, and how does it look? Does it look good or far from it?
Well, the statement that was announced by the government was at 6 a.m. this morning, just ahead of the pound starting its day, and it went straight up. So everyone was quite excited about the fact that the pound looks like it could be a bit more stable. But of course, it's only early in the morning, so we have to see how the rest of the day will go. People are now looking towards the gilts. Now, the Bank of England obviously paid for a lot of those gilts to try and boost it up a couple of weeks ago after the original statement from Kwasi Kwarteng, the former Chancellor, when the pound dropped it and the whole marketplace was a bit concerned about what exactly was going to happen to the solvency of the pound and where we were going to go forward. There is a lot of chatter within the markets that they're really positive about Jeremy Hunt coming in and changing a lot of what Truss and Kwarteng had put out in their statements throughout their hustings, throughout their policies, and that this could go back to a potentially more of a stable situation that we haven't seen since Truss did step into her government position. However, we don't actually expect that Hunt is going to suggest any specific cuts later. We don't expect him to say what will happen, but we do expect him to talk about how he's going to calm the markets and bring forward all of the mid-term fiscal policies. We are going to see again on 31st of October, which what Kwasi Kwarteng had stated for their OBR forecast. We will see the whole plan put into action then. So we're expecting today just an announcement to say what Jeremy Hunt is going to be planning to do and some of the changes he may make. There are going to be expected again to speak again at the Commons later, where he may put into practice some of those comments that he'll be making. And there aren't all of the policies haven't gone through. So all some of the big policies like the 45p corporation tax that's now being cut, stamp duty, which hasn't gone through Parliament either, those are likely to be gone and to be reset. Although the national insurance looks like it may well be kept. So we may see some of those changes that Truss did want at the beginning, but it's likely that there is going to be a brand new fiscal policy set out, potentially not today, but definitely before the 31st.
Alex, there are some members of Parliament who have lost trust in Liz Truss, and there are claims that Liz Truss could be on her way out. Probably you can tell us more about that.
It seems that there really is a civil war within the party itself. There's been rumours that 100 backbench MPs have already put together a letter that they want to oust Liz Truss. And if she does go, she will be the shortest sitting Prime Minister in Parliament in history. However, we still have 14 days until we hear this fiscal plan and the OBR forecast that comes in there. So it does feel like a lot of the Conservatives are just trying to get their opinion out quickly to see that she may fail. But within these 14 days, nothing is really likely to change. So being factitious is not the best way forward, because potentially this could lead to a general election. And if it does, at the moment, the polls are not in Liz Truss or the Conservative Party's favours, and Keir Starmer and the Labour Party are using that to their advantage. So the Conservative parties may want to have their say and be public and announce that they don't believe that Truss can do anything more and she's not a great Prime Minister. But they have to think forward and in the longer term. If they do start down this road, then potentially a general election could come and they could be ousted completely. So not having faith in Liz Truss right now, hopefully will egg her on to do a bit more rather than completely get rid of her. But it does seem that there are a lot of complainants and a lot of party members also want Jeremy Hunt to step in. And he had said already this week that he fully trusts Liz Truss and he will back her. So we're hoping, in a sense, that the whole party can come together and at least for the next 14 days, try not to make any more instability, because we are waiting and looking towards October 31st when we get this OBR forecast and see what's going to happen, what the black hole is with the funding, how much the UK are borrowing, and then we can go from there.
Live from London, Alex Aizat. Thank you. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.